right. So it's so good to see you after, oh my gosh, has it been, it's been like 6 weeks now, right? Yeah. So let me share my screen and let you guys know what I have been cooking up. Can you see it? Thumbs up if you can see it. Perfect. Okay, so we are here to talk about Rule and Reign. It is a program under the King's Daughters, which is part of my company, Anointed Armor LLC. And the purpose of this portion is to help teens 13 through 18 with leading with purpose and walking in power. That is our focus, our theme for the 12 weeks. So, you were asked to take the little quiz at the beginning, short 7 questions, and I just wanted to talk about them a little bit because sometimes, we think we know about these things and then we don't really know about these things. Let me pull it up for us. My poll and get the results. Okay, can you see the results? Is it showing you any of the results? Okay, cool. So, what's the number one influence on girls' sense of identity in today's world? Yes, absolutely. All of the above. I've done this before and I've had people only put social media, and that is just not the only influence. Friends and family play just as much of a part as social media does. And question number two, about what age do most girls report a significant drop in confidence? It is 12. It is the age of 12. And I actually have a partner program to this that focuses on girls age 9 through 12. So hopefully going through that program, those girls will kind of have a leg up and a little head start on how they should be thinking and moving once they hit, middle school and beginning ninth grade. For question number three, what age do they report a significant? That was supposed to change. My error, it was supposed to say which of these is most impactful for a girl's confidence, and it is definitely emotional intelligence. If I can learn about my feelings and what I'm thinking and how I need to respond, I'm better able to do that with other people. Four said, what percent of teens say they feel comfortable setting boundaries? This is absolutely correct. Like 1 in 4 girls, that's it, is comfortable setting boundaries with their peers, people their own age. And I don't know about you, but I work with a lot of teens and I hear this phrase like they're always yapping, which means like they're always talking and just saying like whatever comes to mind. So when I saw this stat, I was like, how is this possible? The yapping generation has problems telling people and setting their boundaries, but it's true. It's very true. And so number five was one of the biggest fears teens have when speaking up, when trying to set those boundaries. And actually, it said making someone mad. Making someone mad. And so for me, that makes sense because if I have a hard time setting the boundary, it's probably because I don't want you to not like me anymore. I don't want to get excluded. I don't want to feel left out. I don't want to be different. And so, yeah, making someone mad. And then number six, what's the best way for preteens and teens to develop leadership skills? Absolutely. It's by serving others. I am a proponent of servant leadership. The more you can provide value for other people, the more of the things you actually get. You get more of what you need when you can give other people what they need. And so, how does this program, why is this program valuable? all of the things mentioned. We will talk about all of this. Yes, we want to build confidence and resilience, but we want to equip our young girls for their relationships and to be in leadership. And along the way, we want to support emotional growth and help them understand their identity. Now, that could have been the whole presentation right there. Just being honest. Because that is the goal of this program. However, there are a few more things that would be valuable for you to know. Like, who am I actually? So my name is Valerie Wilson. I like to go by Coach V. I am first a wife. My husband's name is Ryan Wilson, and we have two sons. My oldest is 15. He's a sophomore this year in high school. And my youngest is 7, going to the second grade. And between the two of them, just to be honest, we're gonna be busy. The oldest one is in band, the youngest one is into recreation soccer, and that's all he's been talking about. So this semester is gonna be a wild ride. I'm an educator. I've been teaching for 18 and a half years. I taught math in high school for about 16 of those years and 15 of them. And then the last couple of years, I taught math in middle school, grade 8. Done some interventionist work. And I got to a point where I felt like the math teaching was getting in the way of what I felt like I was purposed to do, which was I was the teacher available for the kids to come talk to about their problems. I was the one that they would want and talk to me about, things that were going great, like some of their accomplishments. And so I could congratulate them and we could be happy about it together. I am that teacher. And so the more I taught math, the more I got irritated because I didn't want to teach math anymore. I wanted to get to know the students and help them, coach them through their life. So I found another job. Now I work from home. And it gives me the flexibility to, and finally to work on this program and actually get it out to people who are looking for things like this. So, with all of that, I also speak, I do engagements and things in that sort. I dibble and dabble in lots of stuff. So ask any questions at any time. If you feel like it, you can stop me. I don't have to run through this whole presentation, just me talking. Please feel free to open up your line or type in the chat, whichever is most comfortable for you. So I talked a little about my why as far as getting out of the classroom, but I love to put visuals and faces to my reason. And so these are just a few of them. This top right picture up here, this was a church that I used to attend before I moved away from that town. And in this workshop session, I was talking to them about discovering their identity, how their self-esteem, how your self-esteem is something that you come into this world with. And then what the world does, it puts layers on top of it to try to bury it, to try to make you forget about it. And what I love is for young people to understand you can take some of that off. Once you recognize what it is, you can take it off. There are things that you can do to help you rediscover who you are. I've also done the same type of thing with this young group of girls. We talked about health and what goes in the body, identifying whether it's good or bad. And then these other two heart pictures are actually former students of more than 10 years ago who still connect with me, who still contact me, who I can call on the phone and say, hey, I need you to come help me with this or that. And they are always ready, always willing, no hesitation, because it's important for me to develop deep connections with the girls I work with. So what will we be talking about in this program? It's a 12-week program, so we will meet 12 times. Not necessarily 12 weeks in a row. There'll be some weeks that we skip. but 12 sessions on these topics. So you see, we spend two of them just on identity, what's true and what's not about ourselves, emotions, self-awareness, respect, relationships. Then halfway through, we come over to these things and we kind of elevate it a little bit. Now that we have a foundation of ourself, awareness of ourself and others, we talk about those boundaries and how to set them and how to respond or how people might respond and how we can move from there. I'm all about gifts and purposes, serving again, and leadership go hand in hand. And communication. At this age, we have to know how to communicate and advocate. So we will definitely spend time on that. Also, resilience, because we're not going to get everything that we want. Everything is not going to go smoothly for us. And so we have to be prepared that when we hit setbacks, we don't get set back and we understand how to keep moving forward and keep pushing forward. That's resilience. And then at the end, this says crowned. So my goal is to actually have a banquet would be ideal. I want to have some type of get together, if we just call it a party, whatever it can be, but to make sure that the girls can have a culminating event, give out some awards, give out some certificates at the end of the 12 weeks is my goal. And that's what the crown is for. These are tentative dates. No need to write this down. You will be given this information. I will email it out to you. But as of right now, these are Sundays, but they are flexible. So if we decide as a group, whoever is a part of the program, that these don't work for our schedules, then I'm completely open to making sure we are meeting at a time that's convenient for everyone. But just so you can see, it'll run through 4 months, with about 3 days in each month, one week off. It's a hybrid program, so it will be done virtually and in person. Virtually for those who do not live in the same town that I do. I live in Tifton, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So when we do have in-person meetings, there will still be access virtually for those who are not in person. So
Okay.
nobody will have to miss a session. Just kind of a recap of the things, that they will be learning. The investment is $50.
Okay.
And I do want to say that it's $50 because this is my first round of
Mhm.
the program. So you guys, if you decide to be a part, will be part of the founding members of the program. And so to honor that, I honor it with the investment. The
Okay.
next times that I do this, it will be at the $100 price. And it is a one-time fee. So it's $50 for all 12 sessions for the entire program.
Okay.
So with
So,
that being said, that's my socials. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna ask, okay, so when is the $50 due? When do we have to have it paid by?
So by next Sunday, because I want the program to start August 10th,
Okay.
which is in about 3 weeks.
So we're on our way,
If
yeah.
you know of any other girls in this age, feel
Yeah.
free to let them know about this, and give them my information when I send this out on email.
Okay.
Forward that to them as well. The link to actually pay for it is
Hmm.
it'll be in the email.
Okay.
So it'll be
Okay.
super easy for them to connect and do all of that stuff. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I enjoy seeing you again. I look forward to seeing you more.